And we're live, guys. It's been a minute. How you been, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. What about you?
Good, good. How was your New Year's holiday?
New Year's was pretty quiet. Um it's like we just stayed at home. Like we didn't do much. Me and my wife, my kids, we just stayed at home
Okay.
and just 'cause I mean it's amateur night, New Year's Eve, so um
Yeah.
and then since I moved, I'm like about an hour away from uh I'm an hour away from downtown Chicago, so it's just like
Mm.
it was a little too much to travel to just do stuff. So plus, we had family over Christmas Day, um,
Okay.
and we had some over Christmas Eve, and then but Christmas Day we did like a big breakfast. Um,
What's up, Kevin? Good morning. Thanks for watching, man.
and so yeah, so then that was it. What about you? I know you
Not too
went
much. Yeah,
back
I
home,
went back
right?
home. Yeah, I went back to South Carolina, which was good to see the family. I don't miss home, but of course I miss the family. What's up, Thomas? Joining in as always. But yeah, I miss family, of course. So it was good to see the niece and nephews and my brother
Yeah,
and my parents and all that. So it was pretty good to get back home. Plus, it was a little bit warmer than New York City. So
yeah, right. What was the
yeah, definitely.
temperature?
It was like 62 degrees when I left.
Oh
When
my
the day that
God,
I
that's
left, it was
nice.
nice. Yeah, but it was raining, but it was still warm though.
Yeah, it
So,
was like in the
but
30s here.
yeah, but yeah, as I was mentioning to you guys, I don't know why, guys, but it's been almost a year since I've done a live stream on my channel. The last video was with Watch Chris when I told him the Block Pond when I was still at Luxor Bazaar. I need to do some more lives, maybe like every Saturday or something like that. Of course, not
And
during Archie's time, of course. Don't want
and
to
it's been
live
even
during his time.
longer. Been even longer since I've been on there.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah, that was
So
before.
what's
I think the last time I've been on here was before I moved. So
nice? Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
That's right. So what's been new with you? Have you added anything new to the collection, or you got any plans
Uh,
on that or anything?
yeah. I mean, just a little bit thing. A few little things. I actually got like a. I upgraded my basement down here, so now we got a little bit of a bigger basement slash man cave, that kind of thing. Um
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I mean
Cigar
that's
room.
I wish, but although it like the basement, there is a walkout onto the patio, so like when it's nice out, got a nice patio to
Okay.
smoke on. So
Nice.
um but yeah, but then that's it. So
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I haven't really added anything new except for that Seiko, the 62 Mach 3 SU and the Invicta Pro Diver. I kind of downsized pretty much the whole collection, surprisingly.
yeah, I
So
know, man. The only
getting kind
thing
of
that
crazy.
the only thing that I added was like a couple of like little watches for here. I got one here. Um, that have been on sale. Not stuff like not nice stuff, but stuff that I would like, quote unquote need. But like
Mhm.
a little
Nice.
like
Which
Timex,
one's that?
like a little Timex weekender Velcro
Okay.
strap that like when you're working around the house or doing the lawn. Like here's another.
Classic choice.
I don't think it's an Iron Man. I just got back from the gym. Um,
Okay.
actually, it is an Iron Man. So it's cool. Just something to. Here we go.
Classic. You know what I was watching? I think I might have sent you a link to that video on the NFL coaches, what watches they wear. And the
Yeah.
Timex Iron Man is actually the most worn watch by NFL coaches, which I get
Is
because
it
it's like a
really?
classic choice. Yeah, it's like almost kind of like a G-Shock, you know? Like they're
Yeah.
tough and durable. They get the job done what they need to do. I guess they have the timer and all that on them.
Yeah.
So
I told you, I
yeah,
still haven't found my G-Shock 5600. It's like
that sucks.
and then I had like the what is it, J and K's, like
Mhm.
the adapters to be able to put the NATOs on. And um it's one of those things where it's just like I know it's around here. I've just been like, I can't say I've been lazy, but like it's just a lot to get to, so I'll find it. I know I'll find it eventually. If I don't, I mean, you know, It's a.
Yeah.
I'll have to. Looks like I'll have to get another one. But
Man, I think I told you the other day I went to the local AD there in Forest Hills there, Laurel Jewelers. They were pretty nice.
hmm
Shout out to them. I mean, very salesy, of course, but you expect that from an AD. They kind of gave their spiel. Yeah, there's
yeah.
stuff I kind of already knew about, but I kind of keep quiet
I
and
was
try
gonna
not to act like
say.
a know-it-all, you know. So, but I did try on a couple of long jeans in the Seiko 5 GMT, which I really like the Seiko 5 with that pop of orange, of course. You know, I love
Yeah.
the orange.
Yeah. Of course.
Uh, Thomas is saying, "Hey, Chris and Jorge tried on a Palm Dot 36 millimeter date just yesterday at AD, picking it up tomorrow. Super excited about it. I never thought I'd
Oh,
be a date guy.
nice.
Nice, congrats, Thomas. You got to send us
Congrats,
some
man.
pictures whenever you get a chance. Send me a picture on Discord whenever you get a chance, or WhatsApp. I always put the WhatsApp on the videos as well. So, congrats, Thomas. Is that your first Rolex, Thomas? I believe it might be. So, but yeah,
Now
the
that's a
date just
now that's a Christmas present to yourself, man.
I know, right? Especially at the AD. They just did the price hike on everything though, didn't they? Just up everything 8% again,
I think so.
or is that in effect in the UK as well yet? I think it was here in the US.
Which, you
So
know what? I mean, they can do all the price hikes they want. Like, I mean, well, I mean, obviously not, but like you could, you could get them, but like out here, they're still kind of hard to come by out here.
what's up, Tennessee Mike? How you doing, bud? How's it going, Rose? But yeah, that's awesome though. That 36 mil date just palm doll is actually a little more versatile than people think as well with that green.
Well, and I know you and I were talking like off air a little bit, where because you showed me that picture of the long jeans in green,
Hmm.
um, and I told you like, well, that's it is more versatile than people think, but that one, and I said, well, that's like a good, it's really versatile like in the fall and winter, but like the palm dial though, um, that's more, that's even more versatile even out of fall and winter because like with the palm, it like kind of reminds you of palm trees.
Summery,
So,
yeah, for sure,
so
kind of
that it's
summery.
summery
For sure, that'd be a perfect kind of like Miami kind of date just.
for sure. Or like
Oh, he said
Mexican resort stuff. And
he's got the Kermit in 2010. Nice piece. It's classic Milgauss in 2018. So it's yeah, that's a nice addition to the Milgauss and the Kermit for sure.
nice.
So for sure, nice three
Excuse
piece
me,
Rolex
everybody,
collection.
too, if I don't answer the um, any of the questions or anything. I don't. My laptop's still packed away, and I'm using my phone. And
All
because
good.
I'm an old man, I have a hard I have a hard time seeing the questions on the um. And I don't want to
I've
like
had to
raise. Yeah, I don't want to
I've had
raise my glasses and get really close to the screen because it's like, well, that'll look even worse. So, um, excuse me, everybody. So,
I've had to
um,
start using reading glasses myself when I
have you
read.
really?
Yeah, I'm still getting old.
Well,
So I
like
mean, I can still
my
see it, but I see it better with the reading glasses.
yeah. Well, like for me, I can't see far. So in order for me to see something close, I have to take my glasses off and put it like right to my face. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, but that's because I legitimately am old. So next, as a matter of fact, next week Friday I turn 50. So
Nice.
there's that.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
So when you starting your channel, by the way.
I am looking at probably the beginning of February.
Okay.
So for anybody that doesn't know, I know it's been in the works Chris and I have briefly talked about it. It's been in the works for a while. Um, aside from watches, the other thing, well, on watches, I'm just a kind of a casual hobbyist. Um, but like one of the things that I fancy myself a critic of, or at least an expert, or at least a critic of. is tacos. I love tacos. So I'm gonna have like a taco review channel.
Who doesn't like
Uh,
tacos?
right? Exactly. So um, it's being close to Chicago. I'm a good. I got
Hey,
a few
Walter. Good
spots.
morning. Thanks for checking in.
Good morning. Um, I got a few spots by me that kind of like hidden gems type of thing.
Okay.
I'll go to like the more traditional ones, traditional taco places. Um, like for example, because like my job takes me out of town a few times. So what I figure what I would do is like these are some of the ideas that I have is like I'll make a video if I'm gonna be traveling for work or on vacation or even a couple weeks before I go. I'll say in a video where I'll be at in a few weeks and like tell
Mm,
everybody in the comments to put what's their favorite, taco places there. Um, and then um, I'll try the places there, do a video from, wherever I'm at. Um, and then yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's just I just want to get the holidays out of the way. I got some stuff on the back burner for work too. So as soon as my time frees up a little bit, um,
nice.
then that's when I'm gonna have it. So yeah, we'll see
Yeah,
how it
you
goes.
YouTube does take a lot of people, a lot more people's time than people think.
Yeah, and that's
Whenever you
that.
do
I
it.
mean, I'm probably gonna only upload maybe once or twice a week. Um,
Hmm.
just, I mean, well, one of the reasons is, I can't eat tacos every day.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that would get kind of tiring for a little bit.
right.
It's like eating
So,
Taco Bell every day.
right.
I
So,
love Taco Bell, but I can eat it every day.
well, and then here's the thing. Well, it's funny that you mentioned Taco Bell because, like, I'll even go and review stuff like that too. Because here's my thing. So, um, when you're Mexican, right, and people talk about Taco Bell,
Mm,
I've always say places like Taco Bell or Taco Bell, like they have their place, right? Because like
yeah, I mean it's just like
if
American Chinese. It's not really Chinese per se. It's like
right,
American Mexican as well. Like it's
and I don't
Americanized.
think, and in all honesty, I don't think Taco Bell, like I don't think they're marketing them. They're not marketing themselves as an authentic Mexican place. Like it's
Mm,
fast food. So
yeah,
like
yeah. I mean they say they are. You know.
because sometimes I'll say like, oh, I'm gonna, let's get Taco Bell, and when I used to work in an office and people are like, oh, you're Mexican, how come that's not authentic? And it's just like, it's not, right? It's not.
No,
It's
yeah.
not authentic Mexican. It's fast food. So like,
Like authentic are like the street cars here in New York City. Those are
oh
authentic.
yeah, for sure. Or like these little Mexican dives that,
Mhm.
like those are authentic. But like, um, I'll give you a good example. So like, I bet you there's like, you know, bar and grills, places that have awesome hamburgers, right? Like
Mhm.
there's places that have awesome hamburgers. Well, um, there's good restaurants that have, by here there's a couple bars and grills that have good burgers.
Mhm.
McDonald's has burgers. McDonald's doesn't market themselves as having the world's greatest hamburgers, and they're not, right? Like, but it's like, hey, um, it just it is what it is. It's fast food. That's all. Don't take it too
Tom
seriously.
Thomas has a question for us. He says, Chris and Jorge, what kind of watch would you like to see released by which brand? A chronograph, a GMT, a dress watch, calendar watch, a new phase, or some quirky like the Bel Canto or Mad One. What about you, Jorge? What would you like to see released?
So I would think, hmm, I would like because lately I mean, I think my first love is probably divers. We all know, the divers that are out there, but like what I would like to see is, and here's something so I would like to see maybe, let's say G-Shock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Casio. I would like to see more of that G-Shock type technology, but in not so much a digital quartz, but a regular quartz.
Okay.
So, like, I'll give you a good example. Marathon watches, right? Those big chunky divers, like the what is it? Uh, GSAR and
Mhm.
um, TSAR, and those like so those are like huge divers, right? But everybody
Mhm.
knows their um, like their field watches, like the more general issue ones that the military uses. I would like to see, and I think it would be cool, like G-Shock make something along like those line, like something that in theory, right, would be like a general issue to troops, like that
Uh-huh.
size, the smaller and field watch. I would like to see um, G-Shock make like smaller field watches just to see what it would look like. I think it would be kind of cool. Um, that's that's yeah. I guess that's my answer. I think it would. I would think it would be cool.
As far as me, I'm not really sure what I'd like to see released, but I do know that Longines, we were talking about Longines off air, has actually been a really good. They brought out a lot of good stuff lately, and they revamped the Heritage Diver, the Legend Diver I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
And the sizing on that is almost like perfect. I saw one in the 80. I should have tried it on. Maybe I'll go back this week and try it on. But the lug size, it like on the older Heritage Diver, used to be
Mm-hmm.
kind of like protruding out if you remember, but they're kind of more like facing inward towards the watch now, so
Yeah.
it's like better proportion now. And I kind of like what Longines has been doing. They've been upping their quality, kind of competing with like Tudor, Omega almost now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're nice. I've always been a fan of long jeans. I think that they make some good watches for the money. Um, they make some good quality watches, and yeah, I think they do.
Walter says he would love to see a Chinese brand that would be taken seriously and let them make a personalized logo on there. Now, I do believe Nico Leonard, if you remember correctly, I think he's working with a Chinese brand on like a tourbillon or something like that. I think personally, isn't he?
That's cool
So maybe he'll bring, he's got millions of followers, so maybe he'll bring a little more attention. And a lot of the Chinese watches, people kind of underestimate them, but they're good quality.
for
I
sure.
mean, you can get some cheap ones that aren't that great, but any of the seagull movement, you can't really beat it for the price. Like in 1963, what is it? It's what, $300 for a chronograph? You
Yeah.
can't really beat that.
The I well the Chinese brand that I take seriously, I think that they make a lot of nice watches. Is Seagull. Uh, they're Chinese, right? Seagull.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one I was missing. The chrono.
Yeah.
No,
What is that? 19
yeah,
is that
1963.
1963?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
it's like their reissue of what they had given their Air Force guys, I guess, back
Yeah.
then. So, which is kind of cool.
I was
Walter's
supposed to
saying,
have
Mark.
one by now, but something kind of
Yeah,
happened with that.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's cool, man.
Yeah, it's
Um,
Walter saying Mark from Island, something Mark from Long Island watches maybe. He said he can order with personal logos. Great watch, looks like a Patek. And Mark actually makes a lot of good quality watches for the price too. Like basically Seiko knockoffs, but I mean it is
yeah,
what it is. He's gotten that market tap, and he builds a really good quality watch for not a lot of money. You
yeah.
know,
Well,
a
they're
lot.
home brand, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they're yeah. Hmm.
a lot of like Seiko, like I said, knockoffs. But I mean, he doesn't hide it.
Well,
So.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I know they sell a ton of them, but like their version of like the SKX, um,
Mhm.
that's a good watch.
Yeah, I
You
had that a
know.
few years back. It's a good watch. Especially it doesn't have the 7S movement, so it has, yeah, I believe it has the NH35 or 36 movement in it, and for right
So
around
it's got like the hand winding and all that.
uh hacking
Hmm.
and all that. And the Pepsi is a little bit different color on the bezel as well than the actual 009, which is cool.
Well, and I would. This is me personally. I would buy that over that Long Island diver. Um, right now, I would probably buy that over like the 5KX, like those new
Hmm.
5KX, unless it's like a design that I have to have or whatever. But if I was like I would probably um because it's not like a quote unquote true diver now because of the water resistance.
Hmm.
Um, I would get a whatchamacallit, one of those Long Island ones the um
Yeah, they're a
over the
lot more
5KX.
quality watch for the money for sure,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
So, and I don't know what they're going for on Long Island watch,
Yeah,
but you get a lot of watch for what you pay.
I think like right around 300 for the diver, maybe a little bit
Okay.
under. And you catch them on sale too. Like he does sales, of course. Like what is it? Black Friday and all that stuff too.
Yeah,
He has really good sales.
that's cool.
Walter says, "Come on, who's wearing a diver while diving?" This is true. The most small watches I ever get is at my parents' pool or the beach
Well,
when I'm
that's
there.
the that's the thing. So like this most that I do is go snorkeling um with my watches. Um but even that, like I know a diver is way over engineered for what I use it because it's like I'll go, I like it for the pool and for all that, especially like when we're on vacation. Um when the pool's splashing around with my kids, like I know that a diver is way more than I need, but I just like not thinking about it, not worrying about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure. You like that robustness for sure.
Yeah,
Like I know a few people that actually do use them diving. Like my buddy Marceau, shout out to you. He's got some killer pieces. You've probably seen him posting a lot of stuff in the community,
yeah.
but he actually dives as like a hobby,
hmm
and he actually takes his divers and uses them diving. Like he even has
For
like
what they're
UNs and
supposed to
stuff.
be.
Yeah, he even uses like UNs and stuff like that for diving. So
Yeah.
shout out to him. And then Paul Scurf, I've talked to him, the owner of Scurfa Watches. Real nice
hmm
guy. He's an actual saturation diver. So when he builds the watches, he builds them, for a purpose to use them.
Yeah. Well, and I this is another one of the it's on my bucket list to actually learn, get certified to scuba dive. Um, because I remember one time we were on vacation. I think it was Acapulco, and my wife and I went on a like one of those excursions to go snorkeling because whenever we do go on vacation, we go snorkeling. And um, so we get in our shuttle, we're going around picking up other people at different resorts and stuff. And
Hmm.
so because everybody was going on the snorkeling trip, well, we picked up one lady she was going diving. She was going scuba diving. Um, and she had like all her gear. She had tanks, and the fins. Like she brought all her own stuff.
Yeah.
And I just I was just like, man, that is so cool. Like I do want to learn how to scuba dive. So that's what I want to do. Is obviously I'm not near the ocean, but like
Mhm.
I want to be able to like when we're on vacation go scuba dive. I'm near lakes and stuff, so um, scuba dive there. So yeah, it's something that I want to learn how to do. So I'm hoping that since I have enough divers, that they will um, kind of keep reminding me that I want to cross that off my bucket list.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Like I said, I've been really kind of eyeing that Heritage Legend, so that may end up in the collection at some point.
Yeah, there you go.
Killer piece. And they
I'm all
do
for it.
they offer 20% off too, which I don't know if it's a good
Yeah,
sign that they offer a discount when most other brands don't or
right.
not.
I'm telling you, man, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I think they're like $2,500. So
Yeah,
basically, what would that be? 20% off would be what, like right around 2 grand or
yeah.
so?
But I mean, as you know, I'm an enabler, so
Yeah,
I'll tell you, go do
for
it right
sure.
now.
Start building a relationship with them because they do sell Rolex too. So maybe when I
There you
want to
go.
get a Rolex, when I'm ready, get one through them.
That's one thing. So my brother-in-law's best friend, he works at a authorized dealer. Um,
Okay.
So I've got like a nice little, relationship built in. So I talked to him last
Nice.
time. We were at he was at my brother-in-law's. Um we were all there. I think the last time I saw him was last year at the Super Bowl, and he was like, he said like I'll get you whatever, I can get you whatever you want. So I'm like, so I'm fortunate that way. Now I just need
Yeah.
money. So once I,
Yeah, I
once I
hear that.
have that, then once I have that, he's been working at this AD for years. So hopefully, I just need him to keep working there a few more years, and then I'll be
Then
ready.
you'll be ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hear
So
you.
next thing I
What
need is
which one you thinking about pulling the trigger on? What do you probably do?
um well, the Explorer.
Okay. Even the
So
new 40
no, so
or the
what's
36?
well, if I can get a 36, do they still
Okay.
make the 36
I
new?
think they still do make 36 and 40, I believe. Don't quote me on that, guys.
Okay.
Thomas might know. Thomas would probably know better than me if they still make the 36 or not.
If
But
they still
yeah,
make the 30, then absolutely the
yeah,
36, then that's the one that
that
that's
should
the
be a
one that I
pretty
want.
easy one for him to get,
Yeah,
So,
or if not, if he can't get it or whatever, if they were to, let's say, stop making it by the time that I am ready, then
you get
I
one
would
second
go
hand
with,
as well.
yeah, that's true. Like um but I'm talking about like brand new, if I could get one brand new. Um or an Oyster Perpetual. I've always loved the Oyster Perpetual.
Okay, yeah, those are nice. Which one, which size, like the 30, 39 or
Um
the older
what's
39?
what are those come in 36 too, don't they?
I think so, yeah. Thomas said yes, they'd still make the 36. It's classy.
Okay.
I thought they still
Yeah.
did, but I wasn't sure.
So
So
whatever
they
you
have,
could get the OP in 36, 38, something,
mm,
um that's what I would like. Probably I would, at the time, like I'm putting myself in that spot right now. I would be, if I were to get it now, I would probably be, um, I'd go back and forth probably between a blue dial and a black dial.
okay.
Um, just because if I were to buy a Rolex, I would want it to be versatile, but
Hmm.
so black is more versatile, but um, I've got so many black,
Now,
you
the
know.
one discontinued one they do have, the 36, they have that in blue, if you remember, with like the Explorer style dial. They still
Yes.
have that as well.
Okay.
That might be a good way to go since you like the Explorer as well.
Yeah. I do love that. I know it's not technically an Explorer, but like to
Yeah.
me it is because it still has the 369. So
Hmm.
um,
And I believe
yeah.
they came in a white dial version too of that, didn't they?
Oh, probably look at
I
that
think.
too.
Yeah. So that might be an option. And the older ones are a lot cheaper as well. If you
Yeah.
get one, even if you get one that needs like a light polish or whatever, you can take it to somewhere and they'll polish it for you.
Yeah. If I were to get an older one, here's like how do you feel about polishing like
I mean,
older?
as long as it's like newer, I guess you could say. I wouldn't mess with like a vintage, like maybe like Neo 2000s. I probably wouldn't mess with too much. Kind of keep
Yeah.
this, patina, so to speak. But like newer ones, I don't see a problem polishing if you want to, kind of make it
Yeah.
look new.
Like, well, you know how everybody says, well, I liked it because it tells this, story or whatever, like this,
Hmm.
scratches or whatever. But like, if I were to get something newer, right, like just for a couple, like from just a couple years back or a few years back, let's say even like 2000, um, and it wasn't like a special edition or anything like that, and if it wasn't not something limited, I would I would probably document the scratches that it had, and then I would want to polish it once,
Hmm.
so then that way I could put my own scratches and all that stuff on
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I would just get it just the one time, and then just to basically just erase it. You just not. I mean, sounds bad, but like, um, just kind of have a blank slate for me.
That makes sense.
That's what I would do.
Makes sense. I gotcha.
But yeah, if it
Yeah.
was like if I got like a 1060 or something like that, I would I would leave it as is or whatever. So,
I've really been kind of like in the neo vintage Pepsis. What is it, the 11675s? I'm real bad with reference numbers,
same here.
but uh, but yeah, I like the kind of patina on the bezel, the faded bezel. I
Hmm.
kind of like that look, compared to like a newer Pepsi.
Yeah,
So
you were thinking
it's real.
about you were looking at the James Bond Seamaster, right?
Yeah,
The
I'm
one
I'm
that's on
I'm
the
looking at
mesh.
that as well. Yeah, if you guys have seen my last video I did last week, it's kind of like what the collection plans and goals are. Now that can always change as well because, as you know, my tastes change like daily. But overall, that's the collection goal. Though I do like the classic look of that, and I do like the fact that Daniel Craig did design it, and he designed it more like a actual what a Navy guy in
Yeah.
England would wear, which is kind of cool. And it's kind of like dressy, but at the same time, it's kind of not, which
So
is kind of like that.
you're thinking about the No Time to Die one, right?
Yeah, yeah. I actually
Okay.
saw the actual one that Daniel Craig wore in the movies at
Oh,
the
that's right,
just
because it was
like
at
yeah.
the that event I told you about, right?
Yeah,
By you?
yeah, the event you told me about, we went to, and that was pretty cool to see the one that Daniel Craig actually wore in the movies. So, and it was
That's
all banged
actually
up
really
too. I
cool.
mean, he wore him. You can tell he wore him in the stunts and all that because it was all beat to crap.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
and I believe he does a lot of his own stunts too, doesn't he?
I think so. Yeah. But
Which is
um
cool.
because I know we talked about it before too. Um God, if it'd be funny because like as much as we talk about like watches, um, we could probably fill like 10 live streams with just our texts, like our
I know,
conversations that
right?
we have today. But
I know, right? I'm sure
I
you
know
guys
we
got buddies like that too, where you you text that back and forth about watches.
um but well at first when you said about the one on the mesh, because remember the
Hmm.
what was it, the 60th anniversary one came
Hmm.
out? Um the blue dial with the wave, but it's got
Hmm.
the that's the one that when you turn it, um the exhibition case back. It's got the gun barrel
Yeah, the
that when you
Commander
move
watch,
it,
I think it's
he
called.
moves. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he comes into the gun barrel, like in the
Hmm.
in on the back. That one I like too.
Nice. That
So
one's pretty cool.
yeah,
Thomas is
I,
saying the 1675 and 1675 Pepsis are much nicer than newer Pepsis. Real character, not just story. You're right,
nice.
Thomas. I do like like I said, I do kind of like the faded bezel on them. Gives it that kind of
I
cool
do
look.
have to. I know we were talking about like the Seamaster with like with the mesh dial.
Hmm.
I do have to say though that if I had one, I probably would maybe go more with the NATO
Hmm.
straps or like um, maybe on rubber or um, I I like the mesh pattern, but I wish it would have like the end links that you know.
And the titanium wear is really light too, by the way. I mean, it's
Is
like
it
really,
really?
like, really light on the wrist, even though it's like a not really a hefty size diver. I think what is it, like 42, 43 mil, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. But it wears so light on the wrist with that titanium, and that bracelet's really light. And I do like the Omega makes a really nice quality NATO too that kind of color matches it. But their NATOs are like, which I guess for that watch wouldn't matter. Their NATOs are like $300 just for a NATO, I believe, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, for sure. I would. Um, God, but there's for as like I'm not a stickler for like yeah I would want the um I would want just because it's got the Omega logos on it and stuff like so that's kind of cool. But like so many companies make like really nice high quality NATOs, especially
Hmm.
like those seatbelt looking um
Hmm.
ones that God it's hard to justify spending it like unless you're a stickler for its originality and stuff like that. But um yeah, although if you can afford one, then um, you're probably not hurting for NATOs and
Oh,
stuff
for
like
sure.
that.
Thomas is asking, what are your opinions on the Handhart 417 chronograph and the Zim 105 UTC with the orange GMT hand? The white one looks as good as the Explorer 2. Actually, if you remember, Thomas, I reviewed the 105. My buddy Rick went that in. That is a pretty nice piece. It kind of reminds me of like the 104 if it were GMT. It's a really nice piece, really versatile too, and it looks great on a bracelet. And the 417 hand heart, that's actually one I've been looking at picking up. If you remember, I told you, Jorge, I really
Yeah,
like that one. Like I said, if
Handheart
it's cool
makes
enough
it
for,
nice. I love
I mean,
Handheart.
yeah, Steve McQueen wore it, so I mean, it's cool
Yep,
enough for him. It's definitely cool enough for me.
yep.
So,
That's
but
the
yeah,
that's my gauge on Handhearts. I say the same. Well, you and I have talked about it before. If
yeah,
if it's good enough for the King of Cool, then. Um, but yeah, again, I like the smaller um, version. If I mean, for people that don't know, I got like a 6 3/4 inch wrist, so um, I anything above 40. Well, no, I take it back. Everything above anything above a 44, then I start to question how it. I think
mhm,
the biggest watch that I have is a Sumo, Seiko
okay,
Sumo.
yeah, those are
Um,
nice.
anything above the size of that, it's just like I gotta question
Hmm.
how it looks.
For sure. That's same with me. Like I've even kind of taken a liking to like 38 and 40 mil watches. I feel like 40 is the perfect size for me.
Yeah,
So,
40 is like 40. My dad's old, so like the proportions of that. Um,
mhm,
I know I put that on sometimes, in that. Um, sometimes that almost feels like a 38 or 39. Um,
mhm,
just because everything's proportioned a little different. That was before the I forgot what model number it is, what reference number. But it's before like they had the super case on and stuff like that. But I my I think my sweet spot is between 36 and 40. Me personally,
okay,
that's my sweet spot.
nice. I feel like 38 and 40 for me.
Yeah,
Thomas is saying seatbelt NATOs are the most comfortable. The Phoenix NATOs are the ones that the military uses. Excuse me. They're closing down apparently. That sucks.
that sucks.
I guess that's they probably had a contract with the military for a while.
Okay.
More than likely. But yeah, you know what watch I've actually been kind of eyeing as well as the affordable. I've seen Matthew Tissot. You've heard of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jumbo Shop has one that looks just like it's like a Brigade Type 20 homage,
Okay.
and it's like right under $300 or right around $300 I think for a chronograph. That's not that bad
Really?
for an automatic. Yeah, and it looks just like a Brigade Type 20. I feel
Okay.
like that would be a strat monster. I feel like as well.
Speaking of chronographs, the one that I love, it's a little bit on the bigger side, but um, one watch that I absolutely love is the one that Matt Damon wore um, in Ford versus Ferrari.
Okay.
It was the Hamilton.
Hmm.
Um, amazing movie, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
It's an
Great
amazing
movie.
movie.
He plays
Um,
he plays a better Carroll Shelby than I thought he would.
same here. When I heard it was him, I was like, I don't know about
Like
that, man.
really, Matt Damon, but I mean he plays the character, you know.
But especially because I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Carol Shelby was like, he was a big
Southern.
dude, and he was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was a tall,
Yeah,
pretty tall cat. So,
yeah.
um, but he did an amazing job.
And the guy that played the race car driver, what's his name? He did a great job too.
Christian
The one
Bale,
that died. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, he did a great job.
Um, if you like, yeah, if you see the old Ken Miles, it was like, oh, he did a really good job.
Mm, for sure. They did a good job casting that movie. I still need to see the new Ferrari movie. It's got Penelope Cruz plays his wife in it.
Same
So
here. I haven't. I've. I want to go see it.
yeah, I hadn't seen it yet. The only thing with movies now, you got to go like online and buy tickets and all that. Now you can't just go to the actual movie and buy them. I don't think you can anymore
Really?
these days. Yeah, I think so.
I know
So
they.
everything you got to kind of like reserve.
At the theater by. Well, you know what? I think our theater you could still walk up and buy them. Um,
Uh-huh.
but actually, you're right though. Like, um, it's better to not better, but like the nice thing about getting them online is you know your seats already.
Yeah,
Like you'll like um, especially if I take my whole family and there's four of us, I do like to have that. It's like we're it'll be fine. So
yeah, for sure, for
although
sure. Well,
if I'm taking four people to the show, a lot of times we'll go to matinees. um, just because it's cheaper and so there's usually more choices of seats for those.
yeah. Well, we've been going on for about 40 minutes now. You about ready to call it a day?
Yeah, I
And
think I'm pretty good. I think my
maybe we'll try to schedule one for maybe like next Saturday morning or something like that as well. Since
sounds good.
college football is basically done, so I guess more people won't be watching football on Saturdays
Yeah,
now.
really.
So, but yeah, it's
So
been a minute, and maybe try to do a regular live again every week,
sounds good.
once a week. So, all right, man. Thanks for coming on. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you
Absolutely.
guys
Thank you.
next
Thank
week.
you for everybody too for watching.
Yeah, yeah. Take it easy, guys.
All right, take it easy.
All right.